Yeah, I'm actually just reading because I want to make sure I get this right. They said, we gave Brian the task to turn a relatively mundane van into an extreme aerotrack monster. We can't quite believe VW approved it, but here it is.
Wow, bro, that's a very cool Volkswagen. Is this some kind of concept Volkswagen van or electric? I don't know.
From the front, and then you get, kind of cool racing detailing on the front. What they've done with the windshield is really nice. And then it just gets bonkers in the back. One detail I love is how the wings don't totally sit flush.
Bro, there's one thing I have to say, that Volkswagen is cool, but the back, what the heck? I kinda agree, the windshield is pretty cool.
What do they call them? The floating buttress look on this van, which is super, super cool. I think this thing is fabulous. And kudos to VW for approving it. I think that's a real.
I hope that van is faster than the Ford Performance Supervan 4.
Look at what Aston Martin did. This is a total fantasy car. This is, I'll show you the base of it and then we'll put it on the turntable. This is the Aston Martin DB4 GT high-speed edition.
Oh my god, you're right, Hot Wheels collab with Aston Martin. This is a fantasy car. You're right, bro.
Look at what Aston Martin did. This is a total fantasy car. This is, I'll show you the base of it and then we'll put it on the turntable. This is the Aston Martin DB4 GT high-speed edition.
In my opinion, that will be slow, I think. I could be wrong.
Does not exist. It's a complete fantasy. And this is, and I guess the Hot Wheels design team worked with Aston Martin and said, will you imagine what it would look like if Aston Martin had developed a car to compete for land speed records in the salt flats of the 60s? Salt flats are just down the street from me, give or take an hour.
Lamley Group, you're right, bro. I will subscribe to your channel. And you're right, that car don't exist. See?
Does not exist. It's a complete fantasy. And this is, and I guess the Hot Wheels design team worked with Aston Martin and said, will you imagine what it would look like if Aston Martin had developed a car to compete for land speed records in the salt flats of the 60s? Salt flats are just down the street from me, give or take an hour.
Lamley Group is always the best.
The Gordon Murray T50, I believe, hitting in 2024. We get the next Gordon Murray car. This is the T33 supercar designed by Gordon Murray, who is responsible for the McLaren F1. The T50, I think, is what inspired the F1 and his design of the F1. And then this is the T33 supercar. Really cool. And this one is obviously done as he designed it. So nice, clean design and obviously nice, clean graphics on this one. Andres did the graphics, which are just pretty simple, but it's a very, very nice casting. I do enjoy the back of this one with the Gordon Murray Automotive and the taillights done very, very nicely. So that's a very cool design. When I did a little tease short on this, many of you noticed the Cupra on the body of this one.
You're right, Gordon Murray is responsible for the McLaren F1. And the Cupra is still very cool. This is the first Cupra that is ever made. Please like and subscribe to Lamley Group and me.